chain pump apocalypse coming at you. And now it's gone. Hello and welcome back to the Fox Strength Performance YouTube channel. I am Taylor Fox, and today we're getting into some close grip chain bench press. So, changing things up a little bit with the dynamic effort pressing, at least for flat pressing or bench press. Usually I'm doing 10 sets of 3, still using the accommodating resistance, but I decided to go with more of a 5x5 setup just to push the volume a little bit, more capacity. So I'm going to do sets of 5 on bench press, get up, pull this pad up, and then do sets of 5 on barbell row. So this is kind of still the last warm-up set at 185, and then I'm going to do all my sets at 225 with 80 pounds of chains. So spring hath sprung, sort of. It's still kind of chilly and windy out, but it's sunny, which is nice, and I got the garage door open. I would often get scared of the light in the beginning because it would give like poor feedback to the camera just because I didn't know how to use lighting. My parents are both photographers, but I don't know anything. But now just learning how to use the light, so natural lighting versus like putting artificial lighting up. It's really helped like brighten up the videos, I feel like, and it makes it look a lot better. It's been cool to learn more about that kind of stuff. All right, we're going to get into the sets with 225. It's feeling a lot easier than last week, which is awesome. I feel like this setup pushes work capacity so much, but it's so anabolic too. Like hitting the pressing and then going immediately into the rows and going back and forth. I always felt like this routine really helped me to grow and also just stack pounds on my bench press. And I always like coming back to it. And the wind's picking up, so I'm getting scared. All right, let's move on to the next one. I probably look so tall right now, standing on top of the crash pad. I've talked in some other videos about not being married or completely locked into one concept. So a lot of people are a little too apprehensive to try the conjugate or West Side method. But in this example, I've been doing that for years, and now I'm kind of trying to move away for a considerable amount of time. And I had heard Ryan Kennelly talk about something where he was really into the max effort part of it, but then he found the dynamic effort stuff to just be so jarring, like against his joints, trying to move the bar as fast as possible, that just some volume work on that day instead aided in recovery. It built in some quality movement and got him ready for his next week where he was, trying to go for a heavier weight or a different variation. So it's, never be afraid to mix it up. It's certainly something that, is going to help you move past those adaptations, like mixing something else in. If you use accommodating resistance a lot, use straight bar weight. If you don't, try some chains or some bands out. Squat to a box instead of free squatting. Floor press instead of a normal bench press. Move your grip in. Take the stress off your shoulders. Hit some more tricep stimulus. But I've been feeling like a little sick this week. I've had some great training sessions, which it's nice. You always, want that, especially if you're feeling a little run down. But with the shoulder, with being ill, like just trying to work around things, but also get some quality training in. I'm going to do some JM Press after this. I got 2 more sets. And then probably go over to PWRBLD and do some assistance work, which should be fun. And I'll try to hit some specific deadlift, barbell rows, and then also some specific bench press. So just changing the grip up a little bit. That medium grip, bench grip for me, so thumb just off the smooth, is a little bit wider than my deadlift. So then I'll also do some ones where I come in a little bit more to where my deadlift grip is. I did seal rows this week to take the stress off my lower back a little bit. And I didn't think those were going to be that bad, but those wrecked my lats, which was nice. I really like that the KOP location for PWRBLD has that. And I think it's a very underutilized piece of equipment, although you look super goofy because you have to climb up a ladder and you're kneeling, you're I hope I don't fall, because this is actually a far fall. You just look stupid, but get in position and it's a great mechanical stress for the lats. right, so I shut the garage door because of the wind, but we just got JM Press left in here. Bartos Power Center, crash pad, not just great for crash pad for the Stone Steel and other implements, but works really well as a pad for floor press. I'm not affiliated with Mike Bartos, but he makes some of the best strongman equipment around. I urge you to check it out. I am affiliated with Rep Fitness and Not Dead Yet. Check out the links in the description. There's a link for Rep Fitness as well as a link for Not Dead Yet, and you use Fox Strength 10 at Not Dead Yet for a discount. So the only reason I didn't move up to a bench is just to avoid having to adjust the J-cups and height and everything and making sure it's the correct. The chains were also set up for this height of pressing. So it's trying to keep training efficient, get in, get out, especially because I'm going to go do assistance work at another location. But this is a great movement. I love it with the chains. You can check out my tips on assistance movements to build a monster overhead press, link in the description below and at the top of your screen. Let's get into the second set. Last set, best set. Let's build those triceps. Got a good pump in there. Gonna go work on some accessories for some other areas. And we are now at PWRBLD Warrington. Welcome to the training commentary. So I started off with some waiters walks here with the yoke. I really like these, and I felt like they've been really good just using the empty yoke and getting some long walks in. Big factor here because, you can often lose your balance, especially doing like max rep events. A lot of times on unpredictable surfaces in strongman shows. So you might stumble, you might take a step back or two. You need to be able to stabilize that weight while like trying to refocus your footing and, establish that balanced stance and hold the lockout so you can get a good rep. And then these just I feel like my shoulder has been kind of tight and the pressing motion doesn't necessarily feel great off the bat, but like as I work through these, doing the static overhead holds with the walks, like my shoulder starts to feel a lot better. And I can tell you now, recording this today, like I've seen a dramatic change in how it's feeling, and I'm really excited to like dig into this 12-week prep and get my pressing strength up to where I really want it to be and have a good performance in the axle clean and press. And then I just decided to do like some thrusters here, hit 5 reps, and then I walked it for this last set just to kind of like increase the difficulty a little bit. I would like to increase the weight here in the future, so this is kind of like, I guess, that tester marker to show that I'm ready to start progressing and hit some heavier loads with this movement or this style of movements. And then we're going to move on to flat bench machine. This is an Atlantis piece. I really like this one, and I really like the incline. I do not like the shoulder press so much, so I tried that the other day, not on this day, and I was just like, this does not feel like great. But this one and the incline are pretty solid movements, and I was able to work up to what I thought was a pretty good top set on weight, 4 plates and then a quarter. And I felt this a lot in the chest, but I also felt it in my tries a ton using that like semi-neutral grip. So I was really happy about that, like really getting something that's not bothering my shoulder a ton. I'm able to get a lot of working sets in and some quality movement. And then I just really felt the stimulus and mechanical stress from in the different muscle groups that I'm trying to hit. And I feel like it's going to have some nice, carryover towards general pressing strength. But like the axle, the way you lay back and everything, and then with the same thing with like log, like you do have to get some chest involvement there. You definitely don't want to count out that muscular group. So I think this is a good factor for my training right now, and I think it's going to be very beneficial. And I think I did 9 reps on the first set at this weight, and then I hit 7 here. It was crazy. It just like snuck up on me. Like it was feeling easy, and it was going steady, and then I hit a wall, and I was just like, wow, I cannot lock this out. I am not a huge fan of this machine, and I think it's causing some problems at this gym because it just doesn't provide like that mechanical stress naturally through this movement, so you have to load it up like crazy. So I did 4 plates on these single arm rows, and I was doing them for 15s. But you got guys like loading this up to like 6, 7 plates sometimes, and then they're just repping it out like when they're doing it in bilateral movement. And it's just like, where are all the plates going? It's like they're all in the leg press, and they're all on the Rogers Athletic row. So, but it's convenient. It's right across from the chest press and the other pressing machines. So I was just like, I'm moving the plates and just gonna come over here and do some single arm rows just to get some extra back stimulus in, and kind of like just adding to the wedding warm up I did at home, and just doing some higher rep work to finish off this session. But the main movement that I have coming up next is the face pulls, which I've really been doing for my like pulling motion on this day. And I think these have been really good with I call it a bat wing. I'm not really sure what it's called. If anybody sees this and is like, oh, that's what this attachment's called or where it's from, I would appreciate it. It's just got a lot of different grips on it. So I kind of hold the underside with my thumb and then do like a pinch grip over top. And that's really helped my thumb too, since I had a thumb sprain a while back. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really want to continue to give some full looks at these harder training sessions, so stay tuned for some future videos. I got some axle clean and press on Monday, so we're going to get prepared for that. Thank you for watching. Until next time, keep lifting those heavy weights and hold strong.